Hey, it's Erica. Today we're going to talk about a plastic-free routine for you, or technically for me because they allowed me to pick my favorites. So I'm going to show you something that you can use all the time. Plastic-free options and solid options don't have to be just for when you're traveling. This is an everyday thing that we can embrace. We produce a lot of plastic, a ton of it. In fact, 380 million tons of plastic every single year are going into landfills, becoming pollutants, and also moving into our waterways from coastlines, side of the highway, getting washed away, all the way into our oceans. About 8 million tons of plastic make it to the ocean. We obviously want to try to avoid that wherever we can. So we have a plastic-free option for just about every single thing that you use. I'm going to start with one of the most basic things. Soap. A lot of people use liquid hand wash or shower gel when they're washing up. Solid soap is really what is going to give you a lasting product. It is a clean product. It is self-cleaning because it has no water content really that's going to breed bacteria. This can save a lot of plastic. Over the 30 years that Lush has been in business, we have sold 160 million pieces of soap, which has saved about 280 million bottles, which is pretty cool. This is my personal favorite soap. This is Goddess. The scent of Goddess is oud oil, which is a very luxurious, kind of almost like a decaying log, like that sweetness when you're walking through like a wet forest. Just so delectable. It's got a little bit of plastic-free luster as well. So when we're thinking about a naked routine or a plastic-free routine, that even goes to the glitter and the luster that we have. So that is plastic-free as well. Also, what you're smelling in here is a little bit of jasmine. This one's just like sensual. It's very like rich, and I love that. This is charcoal soap. I can use this as a face soap when I want to, when I kind of want like a little more of a squeaky clean feeling. In a pinch, when I'm traveling, I will often just take I'll just cut a little piece of the bar off and take this and use it as body soap as well. It's totally great for that. Charcoal soap has powdered charcoal in it, and so that's gonna give you a nice little polish on the skin. You can put the bar directly on the face, but I actually prefer just lathering it up on my hands and then putting the lather on the skin. It has a lot of soothers in it. So it has a licorice root decoction, also has some sandalwood and rosewood, which is all just gonna help to soothe like irritated skin or skin that's wanting to like act up a little bit. Charcoal will kind of whip it back into place in the gentlest of ways. One thing that's really important with all naked products is taking care of it. So like I said, you don't have to worry about bacteria forming on it, but you do want to keep it dry, just literally to preserve the life of it so it stays kind of more like firm and doesn't get like squishy. So something like a soap dish, very easy. You can just do that in the shower. This is a really cool one. This is by Granby Workshop, which they actually do offcuts from their porcelain bathroom wares that they're making. And this is like the waste from that. And then they push it together and make these, which is really cool. If you're traveling, I usually grab one of these. This is aluminum tin. They last forever, but if you do happen to find that yours has like come to the end or you like completely bash it up beyond recognition, you can just pop it in the recycling just like you would like a soda can. This is my favorite shampoo bar. This is Godiva. Shampoo bars are an invention of Lush. We invented them about 30 years ago. And the cool thing about a shampoo bar is its concentration. This can last a really long, way longer than you think, okay? So this is gonna last probably like 60 washes. Again, you just wanna keep it dry. So as you're using it, you can use either a cork pot. So we have these really cool cork pots that come from Portugal, and you can just put it right in there. Cork has a naturally just kind of like antibacterial property to it. So you can, if you're at home, you could even use both of them and just put like one in each is totally fine. Or like a little bar of soap over here, whatever you wanna do. If you're traveling, you just keep it in there. We do also have tin ones. Some people ask about these because if they get them wet, they can kind of get themselves stuck inside, especially if you see how it's like hasn't been used quite yet. And so it's still like the seams around it just make it like slightly bigger than the tin itself. Use it once or twice and it'll totally fit in there. So here's my little pro tip if you want to keep it dry and using this, especially if you're traveling. Instead of laying it down flat in here where it might get stuck, if you set that on your shower shelf, and then if you just put it in there like that, where it's kind of standing up, it's hardly touching anything at all, and the air can get all around it and it dries really easy. Godiva is my personal favorite because it has a lot of moisturizing effects in it as well. This one does have some extra coconut oil, some extra jojoba oil in there, and the scent is so divine. It has Lang Lang Palmarosa. It's very like heady, tropical, floral vibes, and it has always been my favorite. If you're shampooing, you are probably conditioning, so we have a pair up for that as well. My favorite at the moment is American Cream. Probably just because I love the scent so much. American Cream is just such a friendly, lovely scent. It has a strawberry scent to it, but to me, it's a little more herbal and a little more vanilla. So it does have some fresh strawberry juice in there. That's actually really good for helping to make the hair shiny. It also has lavender and rosemary. Those are going to just give almost like a nice little like tonic for the scalp. So to use this, a couple different ways to do it. I'll tell you the easy way and then the pro tip way. The easy way to use it is just to get it wet and kind of like run it through your hair like this. If you feel like that's like tugging a little bit or something, what I like to do, usually I'll just get like an old, like a pot that I've already used from something, or you can just get like a cup from your kitchen, is totally fine. Fill it with like hot water, put it in there right when you're like hopping into the shower, wash your hair, rinse it out, and then when you're ready to use it, take it out and it's kind of like gotten a little melty, and then you can just kind of like a little bit and then rub it together and it makes this cream in your hands, which is really lovely. And then you can just use that just like you would a normal conditioner. We've been washing up a little bit, but there are other things you can do in the shower as well, like get moisturized. So I don't like to take like potted or bottled lotion with me in my suitcase if I'm traveling. It can, just from like the pressure of flying and stuff, who can't take the pressure? So it can sometimes like pop open. So I like to use and bring solid moisturizers with me in traveling, but like I said, they're good anytime. So one of my absolute favorites, we have a lot of different varieties of textures and richnesses, but I personally really love Minamisoma. This is a shower oil. So a shower oil is just like it sounds. It would just be something that's gonna give you like a nice sheen on the skin and make the skin feel really smooth, but in a solid form. So the lovely thing about this is its ease of use. You just kind of melt it onto the skin while you're still in the shower. What I would suggest to do for anything where you are taking a little extra time to like work up some product or something like that, just go ahead and turn your shower off for a second. You're not gonna freeze to death. You will be fine. So if you're rubbing this on all over the body, just like turn the shower off for a second, massage it on all over, and then you can just turn it back on just for a sec to get like a quick rinse off, and then you will pat dry. The scent of this one is really lovely. It has a little bit of just very subtle lemon. And my favorite thing about this one, Minamisoma, is it is made with a Japanese rapeseed oil. So this is made in Japan, near the Fukushima prefecture, which has a lot of radiation in the soil from the tsunami and nuclear disaster that happened back in 2011, I believe. Rapeseed is just this really miraculous plant that produces a great product, the oil that goes into this, but it also has this double quality where it can actually cleanse the soil of radiation without having any traces of radiation itself in the plant. So by planting this rapeseed plant in the ground, it's helping to cleanse the soil, and then we can use that oil to make this beautiful product. All right, you know me. If you know there's an opportunity to talk about King of Skin, I'm gonna do it. So this is King of Skin, my absolute favorite moisturizer. It is similar to a shower oil. So there's, like I said, it's just kind of a variety of textures. To me, this one's just like a little bit creamier, and I can't get over the smell. It just has a very like elegant, subtle freshness to it. The scent in here is a little bit of tangerine, a little bit of olibanum, which is also known as frankincense. And so it's just very, very gentle. The great thing about this one is, in addition to the oils and butters, coconut oil, shea butter, jojoba, this has lots of banana and avocado. The wonderful thing in particular about banana is it actually has a lot of enzymic factor to it. So it's squishy and like moisturizing, but it does also have these fruit enzymes that are gonna help to leave the skin really nice and like radiant and soft, because it's just gonna sit on the skin all day and do its job. My favorite. So that's just a couple of options for moisturizing in the shower. I just picked my favorites. I wasn't even thinking, I was not being strategic. And there are tons too that also have scrub in them. So if you want a naked exfoliant in the shower, we totally have you covered. Something like Scrubby, you could use that, or Buffy, one of my favorites, would be a really lovely option to that. I was just being selfish, I'm sorry. My favorite right now, because it is new, but also I'm imagining for a long while to come, is Brazilian Boom. It does though have some kind of complicated, especially advanced pronunciation, Brazilian ingredients in it. And so luckily I have my Brazilian friend to help me today. And I'm gonna learn a little bit of Portuguese along with her. So would you tell us a little more about it?
For sure. Hi friends, I'm Camila. I work in Lush North America and I'm on the marketing team. So really happy to join you today to talk about Brazilian Boom.
So we know we have Brazilian coffee.
Cafe.
We also have a yerba mate infusion.
Erba mate.
Erba mate. We have andiroba oil.
Andiroba oils.
Yes. Andiroba. Burichi.
Burichi
Oil and acai. I think we got our superfood bowls. We know about that one at this point. Will you tell us a little bit more about the oils? Because you have a really nice story.
Absolutely, yeah. So the Burichi oil that we use on the Brazilian Boom massage bar, it comes from the north region of Brazil, specifically from Acre, Piauí, and Pará. We work with a really cool organization there called Citrobio, and they work with families in the region just to supporting throughout the whole production process. And yeah, it's really special that we get to work with them, and love it that it's called Brazilian Bum.
Yeah.
Bum comes from bum bum, which means your bottom in Portuguese. So, so you can use it there on your legs, on your arms. I think that's a really cool name. Combine that with sandstone. That's with
It also has Brazilian inspiration with the sand, kind of like rubbing it into the skin.
Yeah.
I love the scent of this one. And you and I were both using, we were talking about this morning, we both used tofu shampoo this morning. I don't know if the scent is exactly the same, but it is really, really close. It's fennel and eucalyptus, so it's just like crisp, but like elegant scent. So it's like a refreshing, crisp scent in an energizing bar. Just like you cannot go wrong. Obrigado.
Obrigada você. Thanks for having me.
Okay, I told you about charcoal soap earlier, but I really wanted to also just touch on this very strange and very underrated product. This does not catch a lot of light in the shop, so I'm trying to shed a little bit on it right now. This is called 7 to 3. See how it's like a little, it's not squishy or wobbly, but it's like moldable. This feels like a thick flour tortilla. Okay? This thing is one of the coolest things we have. It's meant to like imitate or even like, frankly, even kind of like mock a makeup wipe that you would like use to take your makeup off. So the idea with this is it is a solid, naked, very gentle facial cleanser. So you really just get it wet and just kind of like massage it over the skin. It doesn't have that squeaky clean feeling that like a soap might have. It has a tiny bit of lather, but it's still this really nice kind of like light but creamy, almost like a cleansing lotion kind of a feel. And you can't tell it right now because this one hasn't been used, but when you wear it down a little bit, it actually has some ground cannellini beans in there and does have a bit of a scrub. So you can kind of like get in there, you know, on the nose or any spots where you have like congestion and help it out. This thing is so cool and it lasts, you will not believe how long it lasts. I can't tell you a number because I have not counted it out, but like many uses. If I was traveling, this is totally what I would do. I would get one of these, I would stick that in there, and then I would get one of these naked facial cleansers. This is Argan, and they come in little, like a little bar of chocolate, you can just snap it. That's what I would do. I would take one of those and do that, and then I would travel with that. That's done. Those are a few of my favorites. I would say that if you are a little nervous about this, if you are curious about this, just start integrating a few into your routine. If you can swap out one thing, that is a drop in the bucket that is gonna help, right? You're gonna find that the textures in here are really unique. The scents, you've just opening up a whole nother world of other things that you can try. And I think you will really, really love it once you get in there. Just see what it's like. Try swapping out your shampoo for a shampoo bar. There's also so many things we didn't even get to. We have toothpaste tabs. If you want to give that a shot, try swapping that out for toothpaste for a week and see how that works for you. If you want to try just traveling with it first, that's okay. I have a feeling that it will make its way back into your home, and that is excellent. So any way that we can to just like reduce a little bit of plastic. Again, not demonizing plastic, we do have some plastic in our shops. The great thing, however, is if you are recycling in your local recycler, some may not take number 5 plastic, which is what our pots are made out of. You can bring them back into the shop. We will help you out with a little bit of money on your next purchase, and we will take it back to our factories, grind it down, and make you a new pot. So it's a completely closed loop system, and 100% of that is getting recycled. All right, now we've gotten naked together. I've shown you mine, and I would love to see yours too. If you want to write down what are some of your favorite naked products, or ones that you're curious about, or maybe even nervous about, that you want a little bit of advice on how to use it or how to store it, in general, keep it dry, keep it away from the water, and that's gonna do you well. It's gonna last a really long time. I would also just love to see, what else do you wanna talk about? Let's do it again. If you wanna like and subscribe, and we'll talk more next time.
The first time, yeah, I was shorter.
So yesterday, I was at the Spring Price,
and
tomorrow I'm gonna be going to London.
I had Tesco for lunch, and
Okay.
I had some crepes.
Twice shopping.